Hi friends, it's a baking day. I came into the kitchen this morning. I had some bananas that need using up, and my go-to is usually banana bread. Who else almost always makes banana bread with the bananas getting spotty? Today I decided I'd make some banana nut muffins because I also had some nuts that had been in the freezer for a while, some walnuts. It is whipping up the bananas. I love my KitchenAid. I use it for everything that I can. And then in goes some sugar. I'm doing a double batch to do 24 muffins so that I have some to stick in the freezer. And plus I just had enough bananas to do that. Then we have some oil. I've been using avocado oil for what little baking that I seem to be doing right now. Now this is not my own ground flour. I do have a flour mill and I have been doing more of that, but this was just honestly the last of the store-bought stuff I had from the holidays. Been around for a while, so thought I would use that. I always use a basic recipe for the banana nut muffins, but I don't really follow the how much for seasonings and all of that. So I like it heavier on the cinnamon and I like a little nutmeg in it, and I just wing that. I got these muffin liners on Amazon. I like that they're not bleached, and I also like the little extra tall aspect because I am notoriously messy. I don't mean to be, I actually try not to be, but I am. And so this helps a little bit. And you can make them a little bit, you can put a little bit more in there because these are just regular sized muffin tins. They're not like the extra large ones. And here I'm just using one of the ice cream scoops, and this is an old one. I had got at a yard sale, and I do have some of the newer stainless steel ones that are the squeezy ones that, they're spring. They have the spring and they have the thing that swishes back and forth in the scoop part, and those just do not do as good for getting the muffins and cupcakes and things like that. So I just use this. As you can see, my stove is rather dirty. I haven't done my weekly cleaning yet. And I actually put a little bit of brown sugar and some seeds that I keep mixed up in a jar, like hemp seeds and flax seeds and chia or kaya, however you say that, chia seeds. And I put those in my smoothies, and so I just sprinkle them on top of these muffins. And I have to say, after I ate one of the muffins, I will probably do that from now on because I really, really liked that little bit of extra. I can tell that there's a little bit of flavor, but really I just like the crunch. Maybe not even the crunch, but anyways, I like the texture that they provided. And of course, we have to try it with butter to see if it's going to be acceptable. And I have to say, I think these were completely acceptable. These were really, really good. And they froze very well, and I just set them on the counter and let them thaw out, and they were ready to munch on. They were really good. And then I had another recipe that I wanted to try because I had some pears that needed using up. And so I actually found a Martha Stewart recipe in one of my Martha Stewart cookbooks, and it sounded really good. Honey cake with caramelized pears. And so that is what I'm making here. Oh, there's Poppy. Poppy's come to see if there's anything non-chocolate that she's allowed to eat. She and Indy did get a little bit of the muffin. And this is just really a regular cake recipe, you know, some sugar, eggs, flour, and it used honey. In the recipe, it said something like high quality honey, and maybe that was why I did not like this recipe, because, you know, I used the regular honey brand, the organic, but the regular honey brand from Walmart, and, you know, maybe that wasn't special enough. Maybe when Martha's baking team did this recipe that they had some, I don't know, some special kind of honey that I don't know about. But I did not like this recipe at all. It was way too, I don't know. I'll say it was definitely honey flavored, but not in a good way, because I actually usually like honey perfectly fine. But I did not like this one. And the most disappointing thing about it was the pears, because I thought that was going to be really good to do caramelized pears, but the honey that was added to the pears, I feel like it completely ruined it. And so I'm gonna chalk that up to, you know, I just used general honey, you know, and maybe it really did require a certain flavor of honey, and so maybe, you know, my generic one from, you know, the store was just like too heavy or something. You know, maybe it needed to be a lighter honey or something. So the cake itself wasn't terrible. It was good with a cup of tea, because I did have some with tea. But then as I finished the pear sauce, the caramelized pears, I don't know, like a fourth or a third of a cup of honey in it, or something, you know, about that much, I think. I don't think it was a half, and it just was not, it was not the best. I should have done something else with those pears. They're so soft, I could have just made pear sauce, basically. These pears were so soft, I could have made pear applesauce out of them. And after I made this, I took the compost, the bowl there, out to the compost pile and buried it into the leaves, and we're gonna have some really good compost for our garden. I'm very excited for that. There's Elvis, the kitty. The cake, it did go down in the middle because, of course, it's very dense. And then it looks so beautiful with the pears on them, but I did not love them. So I hope you enjoyed this baking video. Be sure to watch one of my other videos and like and subscribe.